For the evolution of society to be positive, cities need robust structures and developmental plans and leaders who take relevant actions that change the position of its inhabitants directly and indirectly for the better. Ideas men and women with clear vision and focused goals and a passionate attitude that ensures that these goals are met. Men driven by the love of their hometowns and people, and for whom development is not a luxury, but who see it as a necessary part of life to be enjoyed by all. Men who have impacted positive change in previous walks of life, and men whose pedigree and focus on accountability and trust is entrenched in their beliefs about personal life, and men who will flow that through into their style of leadership. Men like Okey Ezeh, a 45-year-old new thinker from Imo State, with plans to transform Imo State into the economic hub of the East and one of the largest state economies in Nigeria through the aggressive and orderly execution of an agricultural, industrial, technological, and ethical revolution. He is experienced as an accomplished banker, entrepreneur, and humanitarian with strong leadership and management skills, all which help in running of private and public affairs. Mr. Ezeh has played pivotal roles in attracting direct foreign investments into Nigeria economy and partnered the Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission (NIPC) as advisor at the 5th edition of the Nigeria-China Business and Investment Forum in 2007. An alumnus of Federal Government College Okigwe and the University of Nigeria Nsukka, he also possesses an MBA from the University of Benin. A keen poet and writer, he lives happily with his lovely wife and children. The Okey Ezeh Manifesto. Okey Ezeh.
Where we are in the evolution of our country, I would rather we talked about the basic issues that concern people, about health, about education, about the environment, about housing, how to tackle the hydra-headed monster of unemployment. But as it were, we have taken a steep descent into lawlessness, kidnapping, abduction, and we're now talking about, first of all, we're talking about what the figures are. I don't think the issue of religion should be so important as to determine the configuration of a ticket, whether the president should be of a particular religion and his running mate be of another religion. What should be uppermost in our minds is, who are we putting on a ticket? Does he have the credibility? Does he have the character? Does he have the competence to take Nigeria to the League of Developed Nations? Yes, I subscribe to the empowerment of the local government structure. Full empowerment, of course. If you're talking about full empowerment, you're talking about financial autonomy and all of that. For a very simple reason. At the grassroots level, the local government structure is the one that people will relate to on a day-to-day basis. Because as you begin to cascade down, you look at the federal level, you look at the state, you look at the government, at the local government, the people at the local government are closer to the grassroots. It couldn't be more robust. It couldn't be more solid. For instance, where I'm from, APGA has consistently won elections in Imo State. Consistently. APGA is not just a political platform. It's not just a political platform. In the southeast, where APGA is strongest, APGA is almost like a religion. It's a philosophy. It is it's a mass movement. Okey Ezeh is an accomplished professional, a technocrat. I've been a banker with a multinational bank, a leading multinational bank for over 15 years. I run a management accountancy, a management consultancy practice. I'm an entrepreneur. I have interest in finance, in social empowerment of young people. The only reason I joined the fray, the only reason I threw my hat in the ring, as it were, is because I have a passion for service. My foundation, the Okey Ezeh Foundation, has been empowering young people in southeastern Nigeria. At the last count, we had established 800 of these unemployed people as small and medium enterprise operators, owning their own businesses. We came into this race because we want to let Nigerians know that this is the era of competence. This is the era of having accomplished professionals, credible, without any political baggage, people who are unblemished, who have achieved in the private sector, who have an assailable character, whose track records can stand up to scrutiny at any time. This is what we're bringing. This is the freshness we are bringing to the political race. IQ in Imo is that Imo deserves to be governed by a professional who understands global best practices in the administration of men and the management of men and resources. Yes, we have modest means, but it's not about Imo historically has never gone to the highest bidder. Historically, just look at the record, it's never gone to the highest bidder because we have a highly discerning electorate. They look for those who have the competence, the character, and the will to pull on the side of the people. The idea behind free education is a very good one, it's a salutary one, but we need to look at the end result. We need to look at the quality that we are offering. You know, for me, I would rather serve up quality than to just bring a mass product. At the end of the day, what you have is mass mediocrity everywhere. It's very simple. You look at what you have. You see, the problem we make is that we always look at the size of the cake to be shared, but nobody talks about the cake that can be baked. You know, if you talk about Imo being an oil producing state, that to me is not even an advantage, because if you look at all the problems with harnessing petrochemicals and hydrocarbon fuel and all of that, with the environmental issues, it's not an area we even want to focus on. We'll rather look at agriculture. Imo has very good arable land for farming. In the past, in the 60s, there used to be farm settlements. I think it was brought on by the likes of late Dr. Michael Okbara, who used to be the premier of Eastern Nigeria. Cassava, which is one of the crops that Imo has comparative advantage in terms of soil texture to produce. I think Nigeria earns about $325 million from cassava annually. A large chunk of that income can be brought from Imo State by cultivating cassava. A million and one things we can do. We can begin to develop this product. We can begin to, apart from the food security, obviously, that you bring from cultivating crops like cassava, you can derive ethanol, which is an important biofuel. As a matter of fact, ethanol is one of the top income earners in a country like Brazil. Again, Imo has fantastic climate and soil texture to grow palm trees. And we have other palm in Imo State, which has been persistently underperforming. We do not have a palm oil refinery in Imo State. Of course, you know the story of Malaysia, the gains they have made from is that it's